emotional, it's inner. That is the first step to getting your life together. By getting your life together. Get your life is literally get your life. You, not nothing outside of you. Nothing outside of what you were born with. Literally stand in the mirror butt naked. That is what you need to get together first. That is who you need to talk to and get in line first. Before you try to get anything else in line. Before you try to give anybody else a piece of your mind. Get a piece of your own mind. Get that piece to yourself. And I guarantee you, you won't have to give it to nobody else. Woo. I'm flowing today. No, I'm just playing. But this is some real stuff, y'all. We gotta get it together, right? And I'm gonna throw this little plug in because I had a situation with some family. It's like, get over stuff. Like, we really gotta stop holding grudges and stop just dumb stuff that don't matter. Your ego is going to that is just not your friend. Let it go. Move forward. And we pick and choose who we hold stuff against, what we hold against, how long we hold it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And we're definitely not consistent, because you wouldn't be with who you with. You wouldn't be where you at in your careers, in your relationships, different things, if you treated everyone the same. So, let's stop acting like, oh, well, this person is like this, so that's why that. No, it's you. You are where you are with them because that's where you are with them. You're where you are with the other person because that's where you are with them. You are the consistency in every relationship, every friendship, every business, every association. It's you. It starts and it ends with you. Attraction, attraction. Whatever mindset you wake up in, whatever attitude you wake up in, that's why you deal with what you deal with on that day in that situation. Now, of course, there are times when things come across our paths, when people come across our paths because we are in passing. But when it's a situation where you have decided to take root there and to make your bed there, for lack of a better word, then you're going to deal with that because that's what you have chose to deal with. How you deal with it, the attitude of it, it all stems from you. So just learn to be happy. Learn from me. No matter where you are in life, what you're dealing with in life, what situation you're in, what part, what phase, what journey, what process, be happy in it. And it is not easier said than done. It is easy to do. We need to stop. See, these cliches we say is what keeps us in those cycles. You keep saying it, it's going to keep. You keep saying the struggle's real, guess what's going to stay real in your realness? You keep saying you don't trust and they not guess what? You will never trust. You will never have a successful, long-term, meaningful anything if you don't have trust. I have learned I love being to myself, by myself. Because you ain't got to deal with nobody else energy and nobody else drama. And until I can attract, for lack of a better word, because I can attract a whole lot of stuff, but I want to attract the right stuff. I don't want to attract anything in a broken season of my life. If you are not where you want to be, you should not be trying to get in no relationships. Mentally, emotionally, you need to make sure you are where you want to be, because if you're not, what you attract is going to be right where you are when you attract it. And that was a word for somebody. You wonder why you keep attracting certain type of things, and sometimes it's different things because you're in different places in different times. So that's why you want to stay consistent in your alignment. You want to stay consistent in your vibration, your energy, your spirit, your emotions. You want to keep them consistent so you can attract a consistently emotional person. Because sooner or later, you're going to get it, and then they still going to be all over the place, and you going to just grow apart. And it's not going to work. Something's going to have to give. Somebody's going to give, or it's going to break. The decision is yours. However, you decide in life, whatever you decide to settle for, to accept, to get comfortable in, just that's you. And then you cannot be mad at other people who do not get comfortable, who do not stay stuck. You can't get mad at them. You don't understand them, that's fine, but leave them alone. Let them be. I appreciate other people, the differences in lives and the relationships, how I see people going and traveling and living their life. And like, I've never been like, oh my God, like they just all over the place. I always admired people like that because deep within, I think God knew that that's the life he had for me. I'm going to be honest. When I used to see, how long you been there? That was always my thing, like, dang. From a child, I'm like, oh my God, who can do that for all that? Because difference, variety, new, fresh. There's so much out there. Like, I remember when I first started with the company I worked with, and I would ask people, like I had just started, I was like, how long you been here? And they was like, 35. I'm like, 35? Oh my God. I'm like, okay, so how many departments you worked? This one. Okay, first of all, you've been in one department for 35 years? Like, you don't have no type of unction or desire to do anything different. You've just gotten stuck. You've just gotten complacent. You don't want to see nothing different. You don't want to learn nothing new. And those are the people, if it's not who you are as a person, those are the people you need to stay away from, because they're going to judge you and they're going to never understand you if you're a person who likes change. You're a person who likes variety. And that's from the smallest thing to the largest thing. That's from women with their shoes, women with their hairstyles, to relationships, marriages. There's some people who've been married 5 times, 10 times. Some people who ain't never been married. There's some people who just everything in their life is, they done been there 50 years here, 20 years there, 30 years there. Other people who are just like them will say, oh yeah, girl, you stable. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you got your stuff together. Just because they been in one place for 75 years don't mean they got their stuff together. That just means that's the life they chose to live. The person who done went and who done worked at 20 different companies have they stuff together too. They just have more experience various places, more stories, more communication, more co-creating with other people than that other person. There is no right or wrong. And that's where we got to stop putting your life on other people. It's a choice. And we each have that choice. And we each make different choices. What works for one may not work for the other. Give people their right to choose. And stop allowing other people to take your right to choose and make you feel bad because you're choosing. I have never wanted to just stay stuck in stuff, especially if it's not producing anything. What they say, everything dead need to be buried. You don't see not. Do you ever see? And this is one thing I can say consistent around the world. Dead stuff, they don't leave it out. It don't stay exposed. It is what? Buried. It is thrown in the trash or disposed of. So why would you stay in a dead job? Why would you stay in a dead situation? Like, why? If you ain't gonna keep your no offense to anyone, but if you're not gonna keep your dead relative in the house, you get rid of them, right? You move them out. Your animal, as much as you loved them, as much as you cared for them, as close as you was with them, what happens? Everything dead is buried. Everything dead is moved on. And that should be for everything in life. If it's not producing any fruit, if it's not producing, it's time to move on. It's time to let it go and go on. Parents, do you keep your kids in a school or in a class and they're not learning? No. First thing you're going to do, oh, my child is way more advanced than this. That teacher ain't teaching my kid nothing. My child can teach that class. And what you do, you put them in another class, or you go to the board, or you go wherever you need to go to get them to the next level so that they can what? Learn. So that they can continue to grow and develop. Why do your child is 2 and your child the same height they were when they were 6 months? You by 8, 9, 10 months, you taking them to the doctor to find out what's going on, right? They got teeth in their mouth. You know, teeth grow, fall out, new ones grow in. You gonna find out what's going on. Then we need to start finding out what's going on with us, with our life. Because you stick around in a dead situation long enough, you gonna get gangrene. Your blood, your circulation's gonna stop, and you gonna have to cut something off. Like, you got to stay where things are growing. You got to stay where there's life in order for you to continue to grow and have life. I have went from different churches. I went from different schools. I went from different situations, different you know, friendships. Time changes, things change. Just because one group of people have stuck with the same, and it's not, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. If that works for you, knock yourself out. But 90% of the time, it really doesn't. People are just stuck. They just don't want to take the time, do what needs to be done to receive something new or to develop something new. It's a whole lot easier to just stay in the familiar.